なんかすでに怖いんですけど大丈夫？いやーほんまいいなんだこれいや口をダウンいや口をチャウン黒猫パンケーキありがとうございます。黒猫パンケーキ。数学36系以下イエーよし、じゃあ行きましょう。実はちょっとだけやっちゃってるんですよね。ほんのちょっと触りの部分だけなんですけど。チャプター1、ロンドンの影。ベーカー街。なんだって木林。Watson.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
ゲームへようこそ。移動するには L を使い、対象とインタラクトするには×を押そう。はい。アドバタイザー誌1882年9月28日、スウェーデンのイルドワヒによるロンドン訪問中に様々な不幸な、数々の不幸な事件が重なり、英国とスウェーデンの外交関係に大きな緊張が走っている。特に長年王妃に仕えてきた個人警護人が失踪した事件は、英国の外交団の顔に大きな泥を塗ることとなった。警護人は非番を利用してロンドンを散策していたが、当日の夜の行事に姿を現さず、そのまま行方不明となった。警察の広報担当者は本誌に対し、発見は時間の問題であると語る。大柄で典型的なスカンジナビア人の身体的特徴を持つ警護人には、紳士淑女問わず気づくはずだと警察は自信を隠さない。
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
アドバタイザー賞はあれらしいよ。
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
水で濡れとったけどね。
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
バーナーからの電話。
I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
ストランド紙っていうシャーロックがこうやってほらこんな感じでねアーカイブとして撮ってる新聞がですね、ワトソンが汚れてたから捨てたよって。
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
言われたので、じゃあ漁ってこようかって感じですね。外は雨模様であり、今日は天候に適した服装が必要となるだろう。オプションで操作手帳を開き、R1 で衣装タブへ移動して帽子を身につけよう。シャーロックといえばこんな感じなんですけどね。Elementary, my dear。でもなんかこっちっていう人も結構多い。もうこれにしましょう。めちゃめちゃイケメン。そう、めっちゃイケメン。
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool. You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's possum soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning
しっかりしてんよな。
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson.
Sure, now I can take the day off.
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises. All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings.
記憶の宮殿に新たな疑問が出現した。オプションを押して操作手帳を開き、記憶の宮殿に移動しよう。
Get your copy of the
疑
Strand
問に
here.
答えるには正しい証拠を選択する必要がある。お？はい。新聞を読めなくしたのは本屋のバーンズです。バーンズ氏が計画に加担している。新聞売りの話では不審な男が大量の本を抱えていたという。そして今朝本屋のバーンズ氏がワトソン先生に小説の本を配達した。暗殺用のサボテンの針、大きな音、バーンズ氏を訪ねるべきだろう。というわけで。
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes.
操作手帳を開くことだが素早く証拠を固定することができる。オプションで操作手帳を開き、四角を押して本屋の写真を証拠に固定しよう。本屋の場所を見つけよう。今こんな感じで固定してるのがあれですね。走ります。 バンズの本屋さん。はい、観察しましょう。目の下のクマ、長時間労働の結果。インク、新聞のインク。右足に大きく体重がかかっている。左足を引きずってる。かかとの高い靴、身長を高く見せようとしている。不眠と心労に苦しむバーンズ氏の目の下には大きなクマができてしまっている。この4つは今観察した4つの点をどういう風に解釈するかっていうのが書いてあります。足を引きずっているのは襲撃された結果、上げ底靴を履き、実際より背を高く屈強な人物を演じているのは今後の襲撃を防ぐため。バーンズ氏は何者かに脅迫され、僕の暗殺計画に巻き込まれたのかもしれないっていう風な人物像にするか、それともバーンズ氏は足を引きずっており、長時間の重労働の結果、目の下に大きなクマができてしまっている。自信に欠けており、上げ底靴を履いて背を高く見せようとしている。暗殺計画に加担しているとは考えられないが、手に付したインクは彼が新聞を汚した張本人であることを示している。とはいえ壮大な計画のコマの一つとして知らずに利用されている可能性もある。ということで、さあどっちですかってなると、襲撃されたっていうんだったらね、もう本屋さんがくっちゃくちゃになってるはずなので、これは仕事中毒だと思います。はい。
Mr. Barnes, a word.
はっ、逃げて。
Oh, for goodness sake.
出てこい、シャーロック・ホームズだぞ。
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Help yourself to any book, just...
お好きな本をお持ち帰りください。代金は後で構いません。代金後で構いませんなのか。全部
Why is he acting this way? You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out.
見て見て、ワンちゃん。
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Good boy. Toby.
The ladder is broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood. I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
不気味な絵。
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
外来植物の目録。バーンズの店の机にあった外来植物の目録。永遠の愛を象徴する永遠の植物と書かれている。なるほどね。エジプトで永遠とかってなるとサボテン。カクタス。お花。
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign.
はお兄ちゃんだね。
Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible. The finest view London has to offer.
向かいは花屋さんです。
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily. I know, not very original.
かわいいリリーちゃん。
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
バラ。
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
God save
It must
Queen.
take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
なぜかバラがこんなに置いてあるのにもかかわらず、一つだけサボテンがおります。
Familiar spine? That's what I found in my dustbin.
しかもこのトゲ、ゴミ箱で見たのと同じトゲ。
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
遠慮しときます。さあ、この人のそれ本当にサボテンです。化粧をしている、おしゃれか悲しみを隠すため。なんでそう言うかっていうと、これね、喪中の胸飾りがあります。亡き夫への哀悼の意。遠い目、視線を避けているのか、注意が散漫なのか。お靴も綺麗なブーツ、店に来てから履き替えた。ユーフォルビアポイズンじゃない？高価な布地、花屋の仕事には適しません。じゃあ今のこの5つから何を推測するかというと、まずフレミング夫人は夫の死を忘れぬよう喪中であることを示す胸飾りを身につけている。クラレ先生がやばいって言ってた高い布地で作られた服は仕事には不向きだ。靴には泥がついておらず、ここに来る前に履き替えたのだろう。彼女の視線は頻繁に通りへと向けられ、何かを探しているようだ。誰かを待っているのだろうか。フレミング夫人は死別した夫との思い出を大切にしているが、化粧とおしゃれな服装から悲しみを乗り越えようとしているのがわかる。寝かし込んでいるのは誰かの注意を引くためか、再びおしゃれを楽しんでいるだけなのかもしれない。もしくは夫の死を嘆き続けている。フレミング夫人は涙に濡れた頬を化粧で隠している。高価な布地で作られた服は屋外での仕事には不向き。靴には泥はついておらず、ここに来る前に履き替えられたのだろう。高価に着飾ることで悲しみを忘れようと努めているが、夫の喪中であることを示す胸飾りを身につけ続けている。頻繁に遠くへ向けられる視線は感情が剥離してしまっている証拠だ。以上から彼女は夫の死を嘆き続けていることがわかる。この2つになんですけど、個人的に思うのはこっちかなと思う。嘆き続けてんだったらそもそもおしゃれってあんまりしないしね。はい。
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
証拠を提示しましょう。あ、
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
もう並ん
Your
でる
guess
から
is
ね。
as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
フレミング夫人の話では誰かがサボテンを置いていったのかわからない。休憩から戻ってきたらすでにサボテンが置いてあったということでした。
do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
はい、枯れた花に覚えがないフレミング夫人だが、自分に向けられたものであることを望んでいるよう。
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached. But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
ということで。さて、何が言いたいか、もうお分かりですね。バーンズが奇妙な行動をとっている理由を考えていきましょう。あ、クッキーさんいらっしゃい。外来植物。とってる理由は、謎は解けたよパルソン君。私は後寸役。はい。バーンズ氏はフレミング夫人が大好き。バーンズは枯れた花を置き、花屋であるフレミング夫人の注意を引こうとしている。花は見かねた夫人が水やりの助言のために店を訪れるように仕向けるためのものか、単に必死になっているかのどちらか。バーンズは身分を隠し、机の上の目録で注文したサボテンを夫人に送った。贈り物としては疑問符がつくが、目録で不老不死の象徴とされるサボテンは彼にとっては永遠の愛の象徴なのだろう。このサボテンがベーカー街 221B でストランド市の上に落ちたものであることは明らかだ。バーンズに説明を置くとしよ
う。I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Toby, かわいいね。
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
はい。
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
Hi.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the obtruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That...
Oh.
Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
ストランド市1882年9月28日、港で小石の爆発事故が発生。ロンドン港周辺の住民は昨夜突然の爆音で目を覚まし、爆発と赤い農園に怯えることとなった。ヨーロッパへ航行中に夕方寄港し、第三埠頭に停泊中だった商船モスクワ内部で複数の爆発が発生したのである。事故に関する公安当局の公式発表はなく、事故発生時に乗船していた人間がいたのかは不明である。目撃者の証言では、硝石は川に漏出しているようだ。しかし事故現場は閉鎖され、作業員や一般人の立ち入りは禁止されている。事故の詳細がすべて明らかになるには時間を要することだろう。
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
行きましょう。
Well, that was an utter waste of
めっ
time.
ちゃ怒っとるじゃ
An
ん。
assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good.
Let's
Well,
go.
his house is nearby. Come.
はい、ゴーゴーゴー走れ走れ
Not much further now.
ここです。
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my
君
missing
ヒヤさんを
servant.
探してほしいら
What
し
is
い
your name
この
again?
人
I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
他にも失
Have
踪
there been
者が
other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there.
大
When
量
life
で
is
すっ
tough
て
and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why
What
has the
is
police
also
department
saying,
decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find him here breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off.
この君ヒ
Best
ヤ
of
さん
luck
って
in
いう
your
のは
search.
使用人らしいです
You
ね
heard that, didn't you?
い
The
な
way
く
that
なっ
man
ちゃった
spoke to
ら
me.
しいです
I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
君ヒヤの
Tell
特
me
徴
about
は
Kim here.
Is foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English, never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Is there any reason Kimahia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Did Kimahia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person?
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
I take it this is the first time Kimahia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
じゃあ、キミヒアのことを調べてみましょう。よいしょ。
The shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots. Chewing tobacco.
紙タバコ。つまずいた後、隠れてた
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes.
ひざま
To
ずい
read the
た。
ground like an open book.
十分な証拠があればシャーロックは想像によって過去を再現することができる。R1 を押せば想像地点を起動できる。想像地点に触れると想像を開始し、出来事の正確な再現が可能になります。まあ、どういうことかというと、今はこの想像だと、これはキミヒアですね。キミヒアがこうやってここにいたんじゃないかっていう風に、今のところはそうやって想像していますよってことになります。集中すれば周囲の環境についてさらに詳しい情報を得ることができる。走り書きされた白い円を見つけたら R1 を押して対象を注意深く観察しよう。ただし関連する証拠を固定しなければ表示されない手がかりも存在します。
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
すごく特徴的な変わった錠前があるらしいです。これを水平の跡、車輪の跡ですね。
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
すごく新しいらしいです。ここ通気口。なんか
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
誰かがここに肺炎効果になんかやったらしい。はい。変わった後左に曲がってる。鍵の跡なくなってる。 なんか撃った後。
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
頭を打ちつけたらしいです。
A small navy spyglass.
望遠鏡。これ。
A scrap of Hessian.
ヘシアンの麻布。
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
結構丈夫そうな箱は壊れてると。箱が壊れてて、ここで頭をぶつけたっていうことは、誰かが頭をつまずいたりしたんでしょうね。これは
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
マオリの花笛らしい。
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Sten really so miserly?
ヘシアンの麻布製の服、これを君部屋に着せていたらしいです。こんな物置の汚いところで寝させてたんだ。ひどいやつだよ。
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed? You think you know someone?
ねえ。
No air coming through it.
通気口が起動してない。
Is this a Tanifa, a Maori water spirit? Or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
はい。
Button chops. The
バ
remains
ト
of a
ンチ
meal.
ョップの食べ残し。これはカッパ。
Heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time
麻
in
薬のオ
Afghanistan.
ピオイド。
That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
うん。
The ashes are long since
肺は
cold.
冷え切ってるらしいです。オピオイドは鎮痛とか多幸感を引き起こす物質だったはずです。麻薬性の鎮痛薬。さて。さて、平行な線が残ってたんですけど、じゃあこいつなのかっていうところを見ていこうと思います。で、カビが生えてて壊れててしばらく使われてないということで、この後は違うっていうことがわかります。散乱した薪落としたのか。水平の後、草が
Someone moved
生
a
え
cart
て
to
ない。
this
あ、
spot
チャッ
and
ピ
then took it
ー
elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
いらっしゃい、チャッピー。ピッチ。今のところこれ君部屋がこう車輪を使ってるっていう想像になってますね。これは君部屋がこけたっていう。でこっち君部屋が麻薬を食べている。これは鷹の目ですね。違います。とりあえずステンウィックさんに聞きに行きましょう。 首のあたりから刃物出すんです。違うよ。はい。
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimihia's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimihia and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
なんで鍵すぐに貸してくんないんだろう。足跡。
Do you happen to know Kimihia's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
裸足でした。なのに靴の跡があったんですな。
Has Kimihia ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimihia's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
そういえばビクートはクマだったと最近証明されたらしい。まあ普通に考えたらそれはそうだろうな。あ、望遠鏡。
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimihia's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
はい。というわけで証拠が更新されました。キミヒア。まだわかんない。はい。じゃあ一つずつそうシナプス整理していきましょう。まずキミヒア、誰かがここにいたんですね。でも靴を履いてる。弾劾裁判起こりません。弾丸論破ではありません。それは違うよとか言わないです。ここ靴の跡が入ってました。でもキミヒアは靴を履いてません。裸足だったということで、これはキミヒアがここにいたわけじゃない。あと紙タバコの跡があったけど、酒も飲めないやつで出費もう全部大佐がやってたから管理してたから、キミヒアがそんなことできたはずがないいうことで、これですね。誰かがここでキミヒアを狙ってたというふうに考えられます。で次にここに来ます。あれ？これはここですね。キミヒアがご飯を食べる前にこれ麻薬を入れて、その後閉じたと言えます。で、麻薬を吸ってしまったキミヒアはここで混沌しちゃったんだろうね。混沌したキミヒアは運ばれてって、で、キミヒアのがなんで引きずられたって言えるかっていうと、ここですね。ここに麻布のヘシアンの麻布がかかってるんですけど、キミヒアの服はヘシアンの麻布の服なので、こうやって引きずられてったで、キミヒアは体が出てかったので、こんな風につまずいちゃって、勢い余ってブフンとここに頭をぶつけちゃったの。 次に、じゃあここは新しいのは何かっていうと、新しいアートね。そう、ここで君ヒヤを連れてった人が君ヒヤを乗せてこっちに行きました。で最後に、ここの鍵は君ヒヤとステンウィックさんしか持ってなくって、君ヒヤはだいたいここに鍵を置いてたということなので、君ヒヤの鍵を取って犯人が勝手に開けた。
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimihia went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimihia inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimihia had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
Kimihia は誘拐されたんです。この事件を俺が解決する。じっちゃんのお湯に何かけてじゃなくて、じっちゃんにお湯かけて、はい、大変ですよ。
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimihia's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimihia never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimihia. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimihia was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimihia's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimihia, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
寿司さんこんばんは。今謎解きをしてますよ。これなら自分でやるってすごいよね。今何と言った。まあ沈黙を保ちましょう。激横シャーロック。
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
まったひどいやつだ。嫌い。セリーさん。セリーさんが帰ってきた。こんばん。いらっしゃいセリーさん。今ねシャーロックやってるよ。このねステンウィック大佐っていう人のね使用人がねさらわれたんだって。 じゃあ誰にさらわれたのかを探しに行きましょう。そう、クトゥルフチックなシャーロック。ここ君ヒアを運んでった荷車の跡が。はい。
A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor? Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.
小石。
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather.
はい。現場の操作は完了しております。ここ。
A large pile of horse droppings.
バフン。タバ
Many
コ。
cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
はい。では、推理をします。まず誘拐犯の特徴。船乗りの結び目を使ってました。硝石が付着していたじゃなくて、これですね。望遠鏡。で、ああ、これだ。ステンウィック大佐の庭園の跡。あ、これじゃない。これだ。足跡。船乗りの結び目が使えて、望遠鏡を持っていて、労働階級の人間が履くブーツを履いてる人が特徴。君ヒアを誘拐したのは船乗りです。特別な縄の結び方に残された作業用ブーツの足跡、すべての手がかりから見て君ヒアの誘拐犯は船乗りです。さて、君ヒアの痕跡はじゃあどこにつながってるのかというと、これですね。ストランド市港で硝石の爆発事故が発生って書いてあるんですけど、さっき硝石が付着した財布がありましたね。ねえ、誘拐犯は船乗り。ロンドン港で硝石の爆発事故が起きたと。で、さっき落ちてたのが硝石が付着した財布。ということは、すべての証拠はロンドン港を指し示している。君ヒアを誘拐した犯人は船乗り。財布には硝石が付着しているが、ロンドン港で硝石の爆発事故が起きたばっかりだ。すべての手がかりから判断して、君ヒアの居場所を探すにはロンドン港へ行く必要がある。無駄にしている時間はない。今すぐ馬車でロンドン港へ向かいましょう。ということになりました。
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident, Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
ちなみに昨日ちょっとやってびっくりしたんだけど、これ見て、あそこ日の丸があるのわかる？日の丸。ほら、日の丸。なんとここさ、日本国大使館なんだって。 かに。多分そこら辺は配慮してるんじゃないんですかね。乗せてください。
Where to, Gav? The port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
今ね、話題のさ、ウクライナの会社のゲームなんですよ、これ。ありがたいことです。チャプター2、鮮血の赤い夜。ハルさん、ここから初見。ここから初見よ、ハルさん。さっきみたいにサクサクとはいかぬよ。
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
初見です。
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed
黒猫
before
が
us.
かわいい。
Did not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps, before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding.
パンケーキに乗せようか。
He pressed a rosary into my
黒
hand.
猫パンケ
A
ーキ。
gift, he said,
黒
so
猫
as
の
to gain
パンケ
God's
ーキ
favor.
作る。
After that,
Dr. Watson?
yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British
Yo,
soldiers
Kishio.
found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimmer here?
猫をパンケーキに乗せて、そのパンケーキを食べてもらうんだよ。シャーロックは周囲の人間に証拠について尋ねることができる。オプションを押して捜査手帳を開き、四角で証拠を固定してから人々に話しかけよう。早速召して試してみよう。お腹壊すよ。猫が食べても大丈夫なのを使う。こんな雨の中、お外で飲むなんて。
Can I ask you a question?
I think I can help you.
Are you able to help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
May I ask for your assistance?
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Help me, please.
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Hardly a reputable establishment.
I've seen worse.
そういえば服がある。コルドナのスーツ。暑い日や戦うときにどうぞ。水兵。カジュアルな探偵。
Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
じゃあ観察していきましょう。蒼白、荒れた唇。オートによる汚れ、つわりの可能性あり。腹部、わずかに、なんだろう、膨張してる？ズボン、締め付けが強い。じゃあこのさっきの4つからこの人の人物像を完成させます。 まず妊娠に気づいていない。酒場の主人のわずかに膨張した腹と嘔吐の形跡は妊娠の初期段階であることを示している。だが唇は荒れて顔は蒼白であり、適切な栄養摂取が必要。すでに服の締め付けが強くなっているが、それは主人が妊娠に気づいておらず普段の服を着続けているからなのか、それともそれを隠そうとしているからか。主人は膨張した腹をズボンで隠そうとしているが、すでに服の締め付けが強くなっている。ここまで分かってるんですから、隠そうとしているのではなかろうか。男の協力を。
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above
男の
average
捜
height,
索
with
の協
workman's
力を
boots.
頼むぜ。
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
証拠艇。あ、港
I
での
heard
事
tell of a
故。
recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here.
はい、去りましょう。
Oh, no. No chance of a pint, then.
わざわざ言う必要もない。ハトさんがいる。衛生的によろしくない。めっちゃ水浸しティ
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
しょぽーん。誰かに聞いても知らないって
Can
言
you
われる。
satisfy my curiosity?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Can I ask you a question?
No, sorry, I know nothing.
ギルベッシュが1週間も行方不明です。見かけたら港の貧民街のダヤに知らせてください。入り口に赤い布がかけてあります。
Help me, please.
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
みんな知らないっていう貧民街。じゃない。病院チック。赤い布が目印。野ざらしの病院。
Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet. Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse.
Oh, Roy
This
Soulsby.
man, Roy Soulsby, gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
その首飾りはど
Do
こ
you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the, shrine. I tried to sell it to buy medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
なるほど。ダヤはい
I
る
want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother, she got sick after the
あら、ブン。
the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor.
えらい。
Now I am in charge.
How would you describe this Soulsby?
He was big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Scary, you say?
Yes, like it was made of metal.
Don't go anywhere.
子供にはちょっと優しい。
I miss Gervais. Do you think he's okay?
This cheap pendant looks like silver, but it's only made of tin. No surprise the boy couldn't sell it.
ヒマラヤの民族。
I should have helped Amma put out the posters. If she hadn't been in the smoke so long, maybe she wouldn't be sick.
ルルイエがモチーフなのかな。アンモナイトはナモナイト。さすがチャッピー。ハルさんは深くは言わねえぜ。魚が干してあるけど雨降ってるよ。グー。
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
しけちゃう。
Excuse me, just one question.
サモナイト懐かしい。
Should ask someone else.
太陽が呼んでるから空の果てだって焦がす僕らの愛は決して消えない伝説の戦士っていう子おアンジー
Could you help me?
ミキー先生ソルズピーの名詞
Do you know anything about this?
ラジラさんいらっしゃい。昨日爆発事故を起こした船の近くの埠頭にソルツピーがいるかもだって。第三埠頭って言ってた。倉庫街とかじゃないな、多分。先生。先生。第三埠頭ってどこ？記者ここかでかい人ソルズピーさん
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
怖い
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy.
Not again. Yes, I'm Roy. But I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes you think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the fourth person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how we'll remove it.
しかも体がでかくないよ。ホームズよりちっちゃくないこの人。
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, and I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can be found?
No clue. She was talking gibberish.
Gibberish.
Now, where was I?
身長165センチ、中肉中背。ハンコによるインク汚れ。英国歳入管にゃんにゃん。ボルサム懐中時計、金木の鋳造品。筋肉の張力がない、屈強ではない。汚職役人。身長約165センチ、中肉中背の英国人。屈強でも大柄でもない。ソルズピー氏が君ヒアの誘拐犯であるとは考えにくい。ソルズピー氏は税関職員やろだろう。別人やんけ。そうだよ。ポケットに入った真新しいウォルサム懐中時計は高級品。汚職で得た金で購入したものだろう。ソルズビー氏が君ヒアの誘拐犯であるとは考えにくい。税関職員。ポケットに入った真新しいウォルサム懐中時計は高級品であり、おそらく盗品。汚職ができるほどなんか頭が良さそうな人には見えないけどね。ということでハルさんはこの人泥棒だと思うよ。泥棒。紙タバコとかない。
Have you seen this before?
My card? Where did you dig that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's kidnapping, I might add.
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there?
I have been told that you hired Dea's son, Gidves, right before he vanished. His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up.
Satte. 君ヒアの場所はまだわかりませんな。君ヒアの誘拐犯。でもなんかこれでも違いそうだな。証言が足りない。君ヒアの居場所もまだわからない。
That boat explosion stopped most traffic coming into the port. Guess I'll be without work for a while.
なるほど。ここが第三不当だったんだね。そう、犯人とソルズ P さんが違う人ってことが分かったくらいだったね。ほら、もう大丈夫ですか？
May I ask you something?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
これをさっきの男の子に聞けばいいのかな。
I'm sorry about my English. I try hard, but the rules don't make sense. It's stupid.
でも英語めっちゃ話してる。すげえこの子。英語が下手でごめんなさいとか。そうね、確かに病院に行ってみよう。病院ここじゃないのかな。なんか違う。病院は何もないっぽい。家から追い出されてる。開けてくれよーってなってる。あ、寝てる。
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout with a silver ball in place of a missing eye.
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a Dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him.
なるほど。
Never heard of it. Doesn't look like anything to me. Never heard of it.
What do you know about this poster?
A foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the port.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying.
なるほど。
We must go.
Oh no, no chance of a pint.
ビールそんなに飲みたいの？なーん。猫？にゃんこ？どこ？にゃんこ？にゃんこ？ミャオミャオミャオミャオ。猫がいない。君部屋の誘拐犯。はい。誘拐犯は汚れてのソマーズ。ソマーズ博士？君部屋の居場所。全部違うの？じゃあ全部違うね。そうだ。君部屋の居場所はまだわかんないね。君部屋を誘拐したのはソマーズ。ロイ・ソルズビーが誘拐に加担していた可能性があるので、ソルズビーさんのとこ行こう。ごめんよ。こんな雨の中働かなくたっていいじゃない。 どうして働くのさ、辻春さん。
What are you gawping at?
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that? And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
Soulsby は何を隠している？最後の証拠を提示しますか？
It's true. And that's before mentioning your gold watch. It's brand new and awfully expensive for a customs officer. Clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted to investigate further.
All right, stop. Look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
I'm all ears, Mr. Soulsby.
Yes, I know Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that. On my word.
You did not tell me which warehouse he used?
I do not recall. But I used red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of Summers?
He is a regular at the Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his crew almost every evening.
What for?
I don't know. I assumed just for a drink.
Hmm. 深き者どもかしら。倉庫街で赤い印がついてるのを探しましょう。
May I ask for your assistance?
おっと、誰か来たようだ。ああ。スピードスピード懐かしい。赤い印。赤い印。窓ガラス割れてんじゃん。あ、赤い印。開かない。
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
入り込んでる。迷子になった、ハルさん。迷子。迷子の迷子。社畜さんが深き者どもに連れてかれた。あ、赤い。
It's a large harbor. If our kidnapper is hiding here, finding him won't be easy.
呪われた人魚という魚。さっきの主人のところかな。なんでそんなさ、よろしくない名前つけるんだろうね。
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir. I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
犯罪の概要。
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London.
I'm not surprised. So what?
A customs officer, Roy Soulsby, testified that Summers was a regular here. You must know something about his business.
All I know is his drinks order.
何を隠している?
If the lives of the missing do not concern you, then I would urge you to think about your unborn child.
Are you threatening me?
Nothing of the sort, but that doesn't mean that there won't be consequences for your silence. Everyone knows you happily served Summers and his crew. Should the police come knocking, you'll be the one going away. And none of us wish to see you raise a child behind bars. Now, spare yourself the trouble and tell me all you know.
Okay. Summers hired my private room. I think he used it to recruit people, but I haven't seen him in a few days. He paid me cash, so I paid him no attention. Nor did I touch anything inside. Here's the key, go and do what you will. Just leave me out of it.
Massachusetts オークモントへのチケット販売。カロンってさ、あれじゃないの？なんだったっけ？地獄の渡し船をやってるカロンさんじゃないの？で、オークモントでしょ？怖いんですけど、マサチューセッツのオークモントにチケット販売してて、オークモント行きのチケット販売してて、その船の名前がカロンだよ。
The hairs on the back of my neck stood up.
カロン戦術爆撃機です。初見です。オウムさんいらっしゃい。ミスカトニック大学行くから恐ろしい。 もうなんか絵がダメなんだけど。Strong man needed for moving. Crate in warehouse area.
Strange symbols. I don't recognize them.
見ちゃダメだ。チラチラ。これが逆サイですか？違います。
5 shillings. That won't go far.
パーカー&ウィリアムズ株式会社。3ちっちゃくそう。イントが高かった。50箱、50ポンド。雇用通知。仕事の内容は倉庫外での木箱の輸送。ソマズは酒場の個室で男たちを雇い入れている。アイデアロールに成功しました。成功したくない！成功したくないよ！そして暗い。怖い。
How can I help? I could try and flag someone down.
この場を。ファンブルやめて。トウモロコシ。2を出せばワンチャン。1D1 なんだよな。君ヒアの居場所。君ヒアの居場所は、雇用通知と、領収書と、こっちか。赤い塗料で印がつけられたところ、倉庫にいると。じゃあ行きましょう、そこに。ちなみにね、オウムさん聞いて、ハルさんさ、ほぼストレートで合ってるよ。ねえ、セリーさん。ハルさんだし。どういうこと？素晴らしい。やったぜ。でも肝心の犯人を間違えるのがハルさん。運命のダイスロールやめて。開けろ！シャーロックホームズだ！あ！ピッキング！ああ、そういうこと？
Really, Holmes, this ought to be beneath you. As my brother would say, it is for the greater good.
My crop.
The layers of rust will prevent any movement.
なんだ？
This crank saw some use.
バイオでもおなじみ。クランク。あ、この人ワトソンだよ。
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
こんなところでミートパイなんか食べたいかい？ハルさんは絶対嫌だね。
Good quality, but torn in many spots.
そうだね。お前もミートパイにしてやるかやだ。
Mold. That's why you don't leave sailcloth lying out.
この私のようにオウムさんミートパイにされた。ピーターラビットのお父さんじゃんそれじゃあ。ミートパイ何の肉なんですか？何の肉だろう。ピーターラビットのお父さんがの写真ダートって書いてあってさ、ピーターラビットのお父さんだよね。ミートパイだよね。息子のピーター激から。
No one's used it in a very long time.
ピーター息子だったんだ。
Well oiled and well maintained.
本当だね。クランク。
Fit for a crank.
さあ、みんなが大好きなクランクだよ。ピーターからなら手首から糸出してる。なお食べずに廃棄。イエーイ。お風呂行ってらっしゃい。グルテンしてきます。大いなる力に大いなる責任を伴う。何だったっけそれ。
A hidden passage, just as I expected.
離れると戻ることができません。すべきことをすべて終了させてから離れましょうだって。怖っ。でももうすることないしな。まあいいや、行こう。でもね、ネパール少年がちょっと気になりもするんだけど、よく天井とかも見るんや。そうか。温度庫の土見落としてたね、早速。バールのようなもの。待って、地震。おう。地震過剰。
The scratches are fresh, left by something metallic.
外から見てみようか。お外見れない。
The planks were broken with force.
大事件。地震2じゃない。じゃあなんか違うんかな。 私に与えたまえ。暗いかな。周囲環境も悪中。
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
付近に部隊が大勢いるぞ。それ違う人や。まあこれでいっぱいかな。行きましょ
う。Wait here, Watson, and keep an eye on the doors. I'll scout the premises.
Will do. Be careful down there.
はーい。
Wait, what's happening? What is this place? Where am I?
なんか光ってますね。
Strangely cold. Something is missing. This cannot have been under the port of London all along. Is it an illusion?
The only way forward in the abyss. Abyss!
The only way forward is the abyss. The only way forward is the abyss.
憧れは止められねえんだ。
Strangely cold. Something is missing.
Abyss. ダメだ。痛くない。
Phew. I didn't die.
あ。
It is icy cold and pulsating.
躍動してる？また落ちればいいのかな。
My heart, be calm.
落ちた。なんか人がいる。小さな歩幅。クヤルナクシュカディシュツ。クヤルナクカディシュツって何？呼んだ？ っちゃう。アトミックハーツやってくる。おお、いってらっしゃい。あれ、閉じられちゃう。ね、閉じられちゃうんだけど。なんで閉じちゃうの？泣いてる？泣いてる？そういうこと？歩けばそういうことね。
Somewhere else. How?
ここはどこ
？It's harder to breathe here. What is that?
何これ？
It's like it stares right through me.
なんでさっき開いてたんだろうね。これ食べられちゃったら死ぬのかな。助けて。食べられなかった。生きてた。分かったぞ、ここはメイドインアビスの世界だ。違います。
Head is already spinning. When will this end? There are two recesses.
暗い。真実はいつも一つみたいなところ。27センチ。ほんぐるいぶぐるふだ。
kind of trickery is this? The stench. A strange stone. It almost feels alive. 1 down, 1 to go. My head. What just happened? Oh, that is truly revolting.
Whoa! しまった。
Frozen and pulsing almost like it has a heart. Am I? Did I get out?
いかんでもいかんで。
John?
What is it, Holmes?
今のではできない。暗いんだって怖い。
Holmes, where are you?
ワトソンって言われた。暗いて。暗い狭い。なんか祭壇があるんですけど。怖っ。またここ上がらんといけん。暗い。あ、いた。
Holmes.
ホームズ。
Are you all right?
薬の入れすぎか？
Fine. Watson, I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Fine? By Jove, you should have heard the way you called out my name.
It was just a game of shadows.
あれ？ホームズこんなヒゲ生えてたっけ？
I'm glad. This place gives me the chills. What are we dealing with?
Something that's finally interesting.
Oh, コカインのせいで見た幻覚。割れた爪、乾いた土くず。
Cyanosis of the lips, marks on the neck. This man was strangled.
針による刺し傷。
His abdomen is severely bloated.
腹水的な？ここからちょっと長くなりそうですね。暗いのでハルさんの産地がピンチになる。電気つけん？よし、じゃあ今日はこれで一旦おしまい。この人の次、この人のなんで死んだのかというか、この人が誰なのかを今度解き明かしていきますよ。ダメなんですよ、社畜さん。ハルさんね、暗所恐怖症でね、暗所と閉所が恐怖症でね、マジで怖くて無理なんよ。よし、ではね、バイ。またな。バイバイ。大丈夫だよ、社畜さん。どうしようかな。ホームさん、アトミックハートするって言ってたし、ハルさんはどうしよう。エペを放送してもいいけどな。エペ放送しようかね。バイ。